Can the Aviva Affluence plan provide the peace of mind that comes with both life insurance and wealth creation in the long term? Let us find out through an in-depth analysis in this video. Hi, welcome to holisticinvestment.in. We help individual investors like you to make the right financial and investment decision to reach your financial goals in a more faster and smarter way. Now, before analyzing this policy, let us first understand what is this policy is about. So, Aviva Influence Plan is an individual unit-linked non-participating life insurance policy. So, some of the key features of this policy are: you can align your policy term with your long-term financial goals. You can also flexibly pay premiums for 7, 10, 15 years or throughout the policy duration. You can enjoy periodic rewards like milestone boosters and maturity boosters for staying invested. You can ensure a minimum payout with a secure sum assured in case of the policyholder's untimely demise. You can choose from 8 funds or combine them to match your risk tolerance and investment preference. You can access your funds easily during emergencies with partial withdrawal option. You can reinforce your future savings by adding windfall gains through top-ups in the same plan. You can also receive an additional assured amount in case of accidental death. Now let us take a look at the benefits. So the death benefit is something which is given to the nominee or the legal heir in case of unfortunate death of the policyholder during the policy term. So if the policyholder dies during the policy term, unfortunately the nominee or the legal heir will receive either of the 3 options presented on the screen, whichever is highest at the date of death during the time. And in case if the top-up premiums were paid in the Aviva policy, there will be an additional payout which will be the highest of either top-up sum assured or fund value paid pertaining to top-up premium or 105% of the top-up premium paid. And there is also something called maturity benefit which the policyholder will get once the policy matures. So here the fund value pertaining to regular premium, top-up premium if any, and the maturity booster additions on survival till maturity will be given as a maturity benefit. So your maturity booster addition here is calculated as a percentage of your fund value pertaining to the regular premium on maturity. So these are the benefits. Now let us take a look at the fund options available in this policy. So the fund options are Balance Fund 2, Bond Fund 2, Enhancer Fund 2, Growth Fund 2, Infrastructure Fund 2, Protector Fund 2, PSU Fund, a Midcap Fund, and Discontinued Policy Fund. So all these fund options are categorized based on how much percentage of allocation is given to each asset classes like equity, debt, money market, and other cash instruments, and also according to the risk profile each fund option has, like low to high. Now let us take a look at the various charges present under this policy. So first is the premium allocation charge. This charge is deducted from your premium paid, and the balance amount after deducting this charge is only invested in your chosen fund option. And there is also fund management charge. So FMC for all funds other than the discontinued policy fund would be 1.35% per annum, but FMC for the discontinued policy fund would be 0.50% per annum. And it also has policy administration charge. So this charge will be made by monthly redemption of units from the policy unit account, and this charge is applicable throughout the policy term. And a policy administration charge of 0.20% of your annual premium per month shall be increased by 2.50% per annum on each policy anniversary from the 7th policy year onwards. So this charge cannot exceed 500 rupees per month. It also has mortality charge for providing you with life cover. It will be applied on the sum at risk, which is the difference between the amount of death benefit payable minus the fund value as on deduction of this charge. It also has discontinuance charge which will be deducted from your policy unit account in case the policy is discontinued within the first 5 years. The charge is based on the annualized premium, fund value, and the year of discontinuance. It also has switching charge. So in the first 12 switches in a policy here, there are no charges, but the subsequent switches are charged at 0.50% of the amount switched, subject to a minimum of 25 rupees and a maximum of 500 rupees per switch. So certain charges are applied throughout the policy term, unlike other market-linked instruments available in the market. So these additional costs act as overhead for investors, potentially reducing returns over time. These are all drawbacks that you need to consider. So now let us take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of investing in this policy. So the advantage are the inbuilt accidental death sum assured matches the base sum assured. You can enjoy up to 12 free unit switches per policy year, and premium redirection in this policy lets you adjust the allocation of your future premium across funds at no extra cost, and partial withdrawal are permitted after completing 5 policy year or once the life insured turns 18, whichever is later. And systematic withdrawal enables structured regular withdrawal to suit your financial needs, and increasing milestone boosters like IMB calculated as a percentage of the fund value are added upon reaching specified policy milestone. So these are the advantages. The disadvantages are policy loans are not allowed under this plan. There is no liquidity available during the initial policy years. The sum assured may be insufficient, and investments are made using the net premium after deducting applicable charges. So these are all some of the drawbacks that you need to carefully consider before deciding to invest in this policy. Now, as we have a basic understanding of this policy, let us now evaluate the Aviva's Affluence plan's potential return. So we are going to analyze the case study based on the provided figures from the policy brochure, including internal rate of return IRR calculation, to determine the plan's effectiveness and then compare it to alternative investments in the market through a comparative analysis. So just for example, let us assume that a 35-year-old male purchases this policy with a sum assured of 20 lakhs. The policy term and premium payment term are about 20 years with an annual premium of 1 lakh. So if premiums are consistently paid, the maturity benefit will include the fund value and the maturity booster addition. Here we are going to calculate the maturity benefit based on two assumed future investment return of 4% per annum and 8% per annum to indicate worst and best case scenario. These are not guaranteed returns and they do not reflect the only possible range of outcome from this policy. This is just to give you an idea of how this plan can perform in the better or worse scenarios. So let us now assume that at 4% per annum return, which is the worst case scenario, your fund value is 23.29 lakhs while your IRR is 1.43% as per the policy's maturity calculator, and this is less than a savings account rate of interest, and this is the worst case scenario. At the best case scenario, at 8% per annum, your fund value is 36.55 lakhs, which gives you an IRR of 5.45%, which is also typically lower than debt instrument. So despite being a market linked product, the plan fails to deliver returns comparable to even debt instrument, missing the alpha generation investors expect. So the maturity proceeds are insufficient to meet the inflated cost of future financial goals, making this plan unsuitable for long-term wealth creation. So the extended policy term demands a larger corpus, adding to the plan's inefficiency. The sum assured here is inadequate to provide comprehensive family protection, making it an unsuitable insurance option. So the IRR in this analysis implies that the Aviva plan undermines financial planning due to its low return and insufficient coverage, making it a less than ideal choice for achieving investment and insurance goals. So this plan is a market linked product, yet its returns are lower than those of debt instrument, making it an unappealing choice for investor. So to better understand this, let us compare this plan with an alternative strategy that separates insurance and investment using the same metrics as in the previous example. So let us assume that for life cover purpose, we are going to opt for a pure term life insurance policy with a sum assured of 20 lakhs, which requires an annual premium of 10,600 rupees for a 20-year policy term. So this leaves us 89,400 rupees from the 1 lakh annual premium we paid for the Aviva policy for wealth accumulation. So depending on risk tolerance, investors can allocate this amount to either debt or equity instrument. So if you invest in a PPF account, which is a debt instrument which results in a final maturity value of 39.68 lakhs with an IRR of 6.15%, or else consider investing in in an ELSS fund, which is an equity instrument that generates a pre-tax maturity value of 72.14 lakhs and a post-tax value of 65.51 lakhs. So the IRR for the combined strategy, pure term insurance plus ELSS, is 10.32%, which is post-tax. So both scenarios here yield a higher corpus than the Aviva Affluence plan. So the IRR in these alternatives surpass inflation, making them more effective for wealth creation. So the analysis here demonstrates that separating insurance and investment leads to better results as opposed to combining them in a single product. So what is the final verdict on Aviva Affluence plan? Is it worth investing or not? So this is a standard ULIP offering equity exposure in your investment portfolio. While it may appeal to investors seeking long-term equity-based growth, a closer examination of its returns reveals significant shortcomings. So the plan here delivers subpar returns for long-term investment with a disproportionate risk-to-return ratio, and high charges in this policy erode your returns over time, and the sum assured falls short of adequately protecting your family's future financial needs. These factors makes the Aviva Affluence plan unsuitable choice for equity allocation. So for equity investments to justify the associated risk, returns must significantly outpace inflation, and this policy has a high agent commission. So to achieve better risk adjusted return, it is more effective to invest in other market linked instruments instead of ULIPs, because the Aviva's bundle structure of combining insurance and investment limits its flexibility and efficiency. But opting for a pure term life insurance policy and investing separately in market instruments offer you a superior approach as seen in the comparative analysis to achieving both financial protection and wealth growth.
If you want to read more about this policy, then you can definitely check out the blog post we have posted on our website through the link in the description. And if you want to gain more professional guidance through a professional financial planner, you can choose to book a one-on-one complimentary consultation with one of our professional financial planner through the link in the description. Also, if you want to gain more investment and financial insights through the leading experts in the finance industry, we also conduct regularly free live webinars through which you can register and gain these insights. The link is in the description. Also, if you like this video, definitely hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can come up with more such financially beneficial content for you. Thank you for watching.